Good morning, guys. Welcome to TMXy Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today I'm going to show you how easy it is to whip up some bliss balls in your Thermomix. Even you could possibly use a different version of a thermo cooker for this. So if you don't have a Thermomix but you've got something else, you can probably do this as well with extended times. I'll talk a bit more about that as we go through today. Now, I am obsessed the last 24, 48 hours with the new recipe community, and this is where I've grabbed this recipe from and I've brought it across to my created collections. If you don't know how to do that and you've not seen the update to recipe community, check out yesterday's video. I know it was a lengthy video, it was half an hour, but I showed you how to pull a recipe over. I showed you how it comes in, how most of the time it's populating the steps, which I love, and it makes it so much easier. You guys could see my thinking required as I tried to work out how do I do this recipe when it's not populated, because there were steps that weren't populated. You know, the amazing technology didn't quite pick up some things, and I had to show you guys how we go in and edit that. So if you don't know how to do that, you've not seen it yet, go check out yesterday's video. I made the most amazing magic custard cake. Phenomenal. Now, just a little clause on it. It was absolutely blow away amazing, but for us it was a little sweet. Okay, it is custard texture. It is like the good old baked custard. Actually, it's smoother than that I remember as a child. Like, it literally is amazing. It's like custard in a cake. And just beautiful. So I'm going to, next time I make it, pull it down to 80 grams, try 70 grams, see if the kids still enjoy it at that. The 130 or 40 they asked for was just too much. So that's just a little clause. If you are a sweet tooth, you will adore it, make it as it is. If you are like me and you like to pull that back a little bit, you can. All right, so today, I have literally last night pulled it from recipe community to Cookidoo. I said cook today, and I've done nothing more with it. So together we're going to see what it looks like, and we're going to make it together. I'm also going to double it. I'm manually doubling it today. I'll talk about more of that through the recipe. This is amazing. It is so simple. You'll never buy those $5, sometimes $6.95 bliss balls again, okay? So we're just going to go to my week. As I said, I've pulled it over, put it to cook today, and I've not looked at it since. So we're going to see how it's populated steps. Let's see if it has, and things like that. So it's on my week. Just a quick reminder, you know you can change your view. At the moment, it's sequentially going down day to day. If you click up the top right-hand corner on the three little lines, actually the calendar next to the three little lines, hopefully my fingers aren't too cold this morning, guys. It is really cold here. Come on. Nah. Yeah, there we go. It's just slow and it's cold and my fingers don't respond. So, oh no, it didn't. Okay, click on that one. You want the one that looks like a calendar that goes across, and now it goes across. I think my internet's just slow. So it's going across the view. Can you see that? You can see what my 10-year-old is making tomorrow. You can see what's on the menu for today. I am going to come back later. I'll probably do it on YouTube Live and do the gluten-free tortillas over there later. So if you want to check them out, check out that on YouTube before lunch, because they're going to be part of lunch. So click on it. Let's get it open. It does allow you to add to a shopping list, move to another day, or remove it. Let's click on it and let's go. So you'll see my bowl is dirty. Every morning we make some beautiful zucchini sweet potato fritters to cook on the barbecue that go with bacon and eggs, and they have a nut mix in them. So it is literally walnuts, almonds, sunflower seeds, pepitas, sesame seeds, blitzed down, and it becomes like a flour, but in our case we're a little bit chunky. And so I've just made the next batch of that. I make a big batch, and then it means that as we make it every morning, we use that nut mix. It's a third step in the recipe. You kind of blitz your veggies first, add the nuts, add eggs, and then that's it. So it is a dirty bowl because of that reason. I intentionally put this together like that. Okay, let's go start cooking. Organic raw cocoa bliss balls is what it's called on recipe community. Say hi if you're watching on today as well. Okay, I'd love to know you're watching. If you make bliss balls, let me know. If you buy bliss balls, you can let me know too, and maybe you can now make them yourself. The beautiful thing about bliss balls at home is once you kind of have a base recipe, you can tweak it. You can make it your own. You can swap out nuts for seeds. You can swap out, I've done dates for sultanas before, or prunes. So you can tweak it. You can even pick up your favorite one from the supermarket if you buy them, read the back, and have a look at what the key ingredients are, and then make it in your Thermomix. How cool is that? If you need a hand to do that, by the way, reach out. Okay, I'm happy to help with that step. I've done it plenty of times with things like your organic crackers and stuff from the supermarket. Okay, place almonds into the bowl. Almonds is underlined, and then so is the time. So let's go click on almonds. It says 110. I am doubling it, okay? So I've got my almonds, raw almonds, unsalted. So I'm going to do 220. We come in big round here. And my order actually came in yesterday, day before, and that is why I'm also doing this, because we buy in 5 kilo goes and like dates in 5 kilos, but then I freeze it. So I take them out, I portion them up into smaller bits, and I put them in the deep freezer so that then when I need dates for a recipe, I've got it, and I won't buy dates again for another 6-12 months. So that's why I'm also doing this recipe, because I've got a fresh batch of dates that I was about to put in the freezer. Okay, 20 seconds, speed 9. All right, I'm with the lid to spin this around. I won't talk over it. I'm actually going to stop it early. We like a little bit of texture in ours. Anything over 10 seconds, you're going to turn into a really fine flour like almond meal. Great cost saving for your Thermomix. It completely is. But I don't know that I want to take it that far today. I'll see. See if it comes together in a minute. As I said, I've never made this recipe before, and I love that it's pretty foolproof with the Thermomix, right? Okay, so let's go next. Place all the other ingredients. So it hasn't told me what all the other ingredients is, but that's okay. I can come down to my scales. It's going to bring up the list. I just got to remember to double it. Here's my beautiful fresh medjool dates. Little tip, if you've got dry dates pitted from the supermarket, that's perfectly fine. Just soak them first. Okay, so put them in some water. If you're in a hurry, put them in some boiling water, drain off the water. It gets them plump again, okay? So then I need some coconut oil. It says 45 grams, so we're going to put in 90. At this time of year, it is solid, your coconut oil. So if you don't have coconut oil, what could you use instead? I can hear some of you guys going, oh, I don't have coconut oil, Lisa. Put it on your shopping list. But you could use butter. Okay, if you don't mind the dairy, you could certainly use butter, especially at this time of year where it's thick. It doesn't mind swapping over. Okay, so in this goes. What else could you use? What else could you use? That's the main thing I'd swap in this case. You could use something like, what did it say? 45. I'd be hesitant to try something like a liquid oil. I think you're going to find it's too runny. But you could try, obviously in summer, my coconut oil would be completely liquid, right? So maybe that would work, but I'm hesitant to say go forth and do. So, all right, let's do this. Now, a little reminder. If you are new and you've only got your Thermomix in the last 6 months, I want a special notice to you guys this morning as I'm pulling this out. And even those of you who may be watching on and you don't have Cookidoo. Okay, now, very shortly, Sunday, which is the 28th of July, in case you're watching this in replay, the Cookidoo subscription is going up from $69 a year to $89 a year. If you've not secured your payment options in payment details, in Cookidoo, you'll get on the new charge. If you've got your payment details entered in Cookidoo, then you stick at $69 ongoing. Okay, so just check, especially those of you who have had your Thermomix since about February. Now, if you're a TM31 or a TM5 owner and you don't have Cookidoo, but you quite like the idea of what I do with the Cookidoo. Obviously, I present a lot from Cookidoo to you guys. I do, learnings around how to use your Thermomix otherwise. But if that's something where you're finding that you're meal planning with, because you've done a 30-day trial, you're using it, you might have your iPad next to your TM31 or TM5, but you're cooking with it still, lock in yours as well, okay? So, yeah. It's something that's rolled out from the Germans who do Cookidoo. It's not an Australian thing. It's nothing we have control over, but please do take the time to check. If you've been having your Thermomix, for years and you've got Cookidoo ongoing, your payment details will be entered. You do not need to check it out, okay? I will show you in a moment at the end, once we get these made and I start rolling them, where to go check it on your machine. So I will take you through that in a second as well, but I just need to make that little announcement because I don't want anyone kind of rolling over and going, oh, darn, I thought I was sorted, okay? Okay, desiccated coconut. Let's tear that back. Okay, we need 35, which is going to be 70. So the reason I'm doubling it, and I know I can double it, is because I looked at the comments on Recipe Community and most people said, you need to make a double batch. It's amazing. So that's why, okay, if you wondered why. All right, next up we need cocoa. By the way, if you don't want to pay the Cookidoo subscription, you can get it discounted $25 for just hosting a demo with 2 friends. We can jump online one evening, one weekend, half an hour or so. If you want to cook with your friends, they can come to your home and cook on your Thermomix while I cook on mine. If you're all separated, maybe your friends and family are interstate, then, and this is Australian customers, those of you overseas, sorry, then you guys can all just watch me cook from my home. So, and that takes about half an hour. So that's a really good way to get yourself the discounted Cookidoo subscription. So if you're going, oh, I don't know about paying that, then that's a way around it. Okay, so cocoa, 30 grams, let's go up to 60 because we're doubling. Cocoa is in the order too. Nothing better than fresh cocoa. However, as I was decanting into this container this morning, I had it all over my hands. I looked like I had a great fake tan from the cocoa powder. Okay, and then chia seeds. Chia seeds are a binder. If you didn't have them, flax seeds would also work. They're pretty much interchangeable. It says 1 tablespoon. I'm just going to use the palm of my hand. It's a cool way to kind of figure out how much, okay? If you didn't have it, I reckon you could go without. It probably would work, okay? But chia seeds are great to have in your pantry. If you've joined my subscriber list, oh, it's supposed to be 2 tablespoons. Sorry, guys. If you've joined my subscriber list over at TMXing Adventures, you would have got, actually I need to chat about that too. You would have got a download when you first got the email from me, the first welcome email, and it had a link to the fridge, freezer, pantry download. Like, it was a download that tells you all the things I've got as my base that I keep as staples. So if you have done that, you would have that. Go back and check for it. My puppy dog is scratching on the door to come in. Sorry if you can hear that. One other thing, I sent a newsletter on Tuesday. Now, those of you with Big Pond, it bounced. Something's going on with your emails. Most of you guys with Big Pond, it bounced back to me. Never had that before, like 90 of you out of hundreds. And they were all bigpond.com. So if you have a Big Pond account, check it. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you probably, I don't think you need to resubscribe, but I feel like something's changed since I sent my one in June, early June. So just check, see what's going on. Maybe go find one of my emails, maybe interact right back, say hi from the previous one that you would have got early June. And maybe that will stop it bouncing. But I feel Big Pond have done something, okay? Those of you bigpond.com. All right. Had forgotten about that. Okay, we are done. So all the ingredients are in. 20 seconds on speed 9. We click on it. It is underlined. So yeah, if you didn't get a Tuesday night email, that's why. Something's going on. Message me. We'll see if we can troubleshoot together, but I don't think I can do anything from my end. I feel like it's something to do with the email provider. Okay, so, and you guys normally don't bounce back. Okay, 20 seconds speed 9. Let's spin that up. Off it goes. Is Thermomixing. I actually was able to walk all the way across the room, let the dog in, and come back and know that my kitchen's fine. That is the beauty of Thermomixing. If you don't have one and you're watching on, that is one of the game changers. Oh my gosh, so is this. But the fact that you don't have to babysit the kitchen, you can walk away, like 20 seconds was long enough. Like, and normally in 20 seconds in your kitchen, I reckon you're putting away ingredients, getting the next thing out, putting things in the dishwasher. You can walk away. And it's not going to boil over, burn down, all that jazz. Can you believe it's done? Look at that. Like 20 seconds and it's done. So all I need to do, let me grab some desiccated coconut. Oh, chicken eggs. Thanks, buddy. All right. Desiccated coconut, if you want to roll it in that, you could do cocoa powder. Have a think about how big you like your ones from the shop. If you're buying them at the shop in little individual bags, or if you're buying them from the cafe, what size do you like? I have to make a note, if you like them chunky, I know some people like them chunky. When you do that mill step at the beginning, just mill half of them down to the 10-second mark. Go the other way. Mill your chunky ones first. 5 seconds, speed 10, you get some nice chunky ones. Put them aside, put the other half in, mill them down for the 10 seconds. Don't worry about 20 seconds, that's way too long. And then add, at this point in time, your chunky ones back in. Okay, so those half that you put aside. Just a little note. If you like those really textured ones, this has still got quite a bit of texture, but if you like those ones that have the more, a lot of texture. So have a think about what size you like them. I'm going to do this. There's beautiful hunks of dates in there, I can see. There's a bit of nut in there as well. And then we simply do this. And I'm excited. Look at this. Beautiful homemade bliss balls. You know exactly what's in them. You can make them smaller if you want to make them go further. But I'm mimicking the ones that I would have once bought. Look at that. How cool is that? Easy. Put them in the fridge. They're going to last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever. You can, like, then, or if you need them longer, so you're making them ahead for, you know, work, and you take one to work for the next 10 weeks, put them in the freezer and just get out one a day. Airtight. Put them in one of our vacuum seals so that they're, you know, really going to stay fresh. Okay, I think we're done. I think it says now enjoy. Let's just check. Roll into bite-sized balls, cover with desiccated coconut. You could do that with cocoa if you prefer the cocoa instead of that texture on the outside, and enjoy. So just one thing to finish up. I told you I'd show you where to check your Cookidoo. So go to settings in the menu. So up the top, the 3 little lines, which is called a hamburger. Isn't that strange? Settings. Come down to Cookidoo, which is at the very bottom. Okay, it says Cookidoo account. Your Cookidoo account, it should say membership type basic. It should say your membership status is active, okay? Some of you, if you're on a trial still, you want to check, okay? Valid until, so that's when they're going to next take payment. When you set this payment up, don't be scared if it looks like it's going to charge you. Mine looked like I was connecting to my PayPal and it said payment is due $69 and it said pay now. Looked like it was going to charge me $69. It doesn't. Okay, it will charge me $69 for me the 14th of December 2025. Okay, so if your expiry is not up, it's not going to charge you. Okay, if you're still on a trial, it's not going to charge you. It's got in my email and it tells me when I last synchronized, which is the 24th of the 7th, which would be today. Yesterday? I don't know what date it is. It might be on German time. They might be a day behind. So that's it from me today. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you've made bliss balls or if you're going to now make bliss balls. Remember, you can substitute and swap as needed, okay? So if you can't do coconut oil, put the butter in instead. If you find that that's got a bit of a buttery tone to it, just put some vanilla in to cover that butter flavor, all right? But otherwise, give this a go. It's beautiful. It's a game changer. These are amazing. And you know what? They're going to save you money. And that's, you know, having a Thermomix, that is one of the biggest perks, is at the checkout we can save money. My next newsletter to you guys, it'll be a couple of weeks away still because I just sent one Tuesday, but it's actually going to be about my cost saving tips. You know, how I feed a family of 6, and you might only be feeding 2, which is, you know, awesome. You're going to be spending a third of what I spend. But, you know, how do we do food when we are predominantly gluten-free, dairy-free, mostly sugar-free? We do grow some of our own food, but then when we don't, we're buying it organically. You know, how do we do that? How do we make ends meet still when the cost of living and the pricing at the grocery shop keeps going up? You know, what do I shop like? How do I save this money? What sort of things do I make that save me significant money? Like what I'm going to jump on YouTube today and show you, the tortillas. They're costing me like less than $2. You can't buy them that cheap. Yeah, so that's the sort of stuff I want to give you guys the information for, so you're empowered with that information. And at the moment as well, we have an interest-free finance deal as well that, you know, if you get your Thermomix with that, it's less than $3 a day. So less than a cup of coffee a day to have a Thermomix on the bench. And you can straight away, you know, shop differently and you'll save the money on the checkout. Or swap a takeaway meal through the week, and I can go, or even a coffee, but you will be ahead. You know, the moment you swap out a convenience food for a Thermomix made food, it takes a little bit of time, but it's healthier and also, well, generally healthier. You can make it as you choose, but you're going to save bucket loads. Like, we can't eat out. It costs us, you know, close to $100 for 6 of us. There is no way we can afford to do that. You know, and I know sometimes, you know, we do that because time poor, right? So the Thermomix being able to have that ease of whipping up dinner in half an hour, knowing what's in it with food from my pantry or the bottom of my fridge, game changer. Anyway, I stop talking. Have a fantastic day, guys. Let me know if I can help you with your Thermomix or someone around you who needs the ease of a Thermomix. Always love jumping online, inspiring you, and sharing how you can get the most out of your Thermomix. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.